What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wager Zone Podcast. And guys, we are back for another UFC breakdown. And guys, this is going to be the last UFC event for ESPN, the last event of the year. And we won't have any UFC until we come back 6 weeks from now on to the Paramount era where there'll be no more pay-per-views. Very excited for it, but 6 weeks without UFC after this. So you know what we got to do, guys? We got to have a great last card of the whole entire UFC year. If you guys are here for the first time, click that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the page, turn those notifications on so you guys do not miss out on any of my plays. And guys, if you guys want access to my most confident plays, where we've been killing it for UFC, guys, in the last 4 or 5 events, we have a 12-2 record for lock of the day plays. We've been cashing out really big. So if you guys want access to my lock of the day plays, besides my free plays I'm going to be giving you in the description of this video, also in the description of this video, you can click that link, go to my Buy Me a Coffee page, become a member at the page. Once you become a member, you get access to my Lock of the Day plays for all sports. Yesterday, we went 3-0 for sports Lock of the Day plays. And like I said, the last 4 or 5 events, we have a 12-2 record for UFC Lock of the Day plays. So go become a member at the Buy Me a Coffee, start cashing out with me, and the link will be in the description. And my free plays for this event will also be in the description. So go check that out. Sorry, guys. Let's get right into this last UFC card and break it down. Last UFC card of the year. First fight of the night is going to be the women's flyweight division. Jamie Lynn Hoare taking on Teresa Bleda. This one, guys, I'm taking Teresa Bleda, and I do believe she wins this fight by decision. I think it could be a close contested fight. Jamie Lynn Hoare is probably going to be the better striker, but I don't know if she has a takedown defense to stop Bleda. Hoare is a very big girl. She's going to have the size advantage, but Bleda is pretty big herself, and she has very good wrestling and some good top control. I think Jamie Lynn Hoare is good enough to stop the submission attempts from Bleda, but I just believe Bleda is going to be able to get this fight to the floor, use that top pressure, end up winning this fight by decision. And it probably, I want to say, a close fight, but I do believe Bleda pulls this fight off, and this fight does go to decision. So give me Teresa Bleda by decision for the first fight of the night. All right, guys, next fight is going to be in the heavyweight division. Alan Fry Jr. taking on Gurhermi Pat. This one, guys, this is going to be a car crash. It's going to be 2 giant heavyweights going at each other. First one to land. Maybe whoever has a better chin wins this fight. But this is going to be a banger, guys. I'm going to be taking Gurhermi Pat. I think he wins this fight by knockout in that first round. I believe whoever wins this fight is going to be a first-round knockout. Lower level heavyweight fight. Not too much confidence in this one. But I'm taking Pat, and I do believe he gets it done by knockout in that first round. All right, guys, next fight is going to be in the women's bantamweight division. Melissa Croden taking on Luana Santos. This one, guys, I'm taking Melissa Croden. I think this fight's going to come out to where it's going to be if Luana Santos can get this fight to the floor. If she cannot, Croden's going to be the better striker, and Croden has a chance to even finish her. He's going to be hitting her with some hard shots, probably going to get the eyes of the judges on her. But if Luana Santos gets this fight to the floor, I do believe she's going to be able to win this fight with the grappling. But like I said, I'm taking Melissa Croden. I do believe she's going to be able to stop the takedowns. I do believe she's going to land some hard strikes on Luana Santos. I'm picking her to win. I think she wins by decision, but the knockout is on the board. So don't take the over 2.5, because the over 2.5 might be a trap. But I'm taking Melissa Croden. I think she gets it done by decision. But like I said, the knockout is on the board. But for this pick, give me the underdog. Give me Melissa Croden. All right, guys, next fight in the heavyweight division, Sean Sharaf taking on Dana White's Contender Series new signee, Steven Asplin, making his UFC debut. This one, guys, I'm taking Steven Asplin. I do believe he gets this fight done by first-round knockout. Sean Sharaf, honestly, in my opinion, is just not that good. He's probably going to come out here and try to swing very heavy, but Asplin has really good boxing. Coming from a fighting family where his dad was a very good MMA fighter and a good boxer, Steven Asplin has really good hands, and I believe he's going to have the size advantage and the striking advantage. And I just believe Steven Asplin fought a harder competition in Dana White's Contender Series and knocked that guy out within the first 30-40 seconds of the fight. So for this one, I'm taking Steven Asplin. I think he gets it done by first-round knockout. Next fight, guys, in the welterweight division, Neil Magny taking on Yaroslav Amosov. Amosov is a very good fighter, guys. This guy, I believe, is 16-1. He's coming from Bellator. This guy was having some really good fights in Bellator and doing really well, but then he ended up leaving the sport to go fight in the Ukraine and Russian war, where I give a lot of respect for him. A lot of these guys want to actually go to war, but he was one of those guys that dropped everything and went over there. And now, guys, he is back, and I believe he's going to be able to win this fight against Neil Magny. This guy is very good. He's going to be able to to get No Magny to the floor. And I do believe he finished this fight via ground and pound. The knockout prop is a plus 400. I'm personally just probably going to be taking Amazov in a parlay with something, but I just do believe Yaroslav Amazov's going to be way too much for No Magny. I know No Magny's a good fighter. I like No Magny a lot, but I just think Amazov is just UFC ready, and he's going to come in here and get the finish. So give me Yaroslav Amazov, and I think he does it by a finish. All right, guys, next fight in the featherweight division, Joanderson Brito taking on Isaac Thomas. This is going to be a short notice fight. Joanderson Brito was scheduled for a different fight on this one, but I honestly believe this is a harder fight for Brito than his last one that was scheduled. I'm taking Isaac Thomas as an underdog, guys. He's a big plus 220 underdog, but I think Isaac Thomas is going to be able to get this fight done. I think he wins it done by decision. I think he's overall the better striker than Brito. Brito might try to take him down, but I've seen Isaac Thomas in the LFA have some good takedown defense. He's fought some really good competition, and I just think Brito's going to come in here and try to overpower him. But the one thing about Isaac Thomas, he's more technical. He moves around the ring very well, and I do believe if he just gets his game plan off, he's going to be able to beat Brito by decision. Might be a close fight, but I just like Isaac Thomas as the underdog in this spot. So like I said, for this featherweight fight, give me the underdog. Give me Isaac Thomas. I think he does it by decision. All right, guys, next fight in the women's strawweight division, Amanda Lemos taking on Jillian Robertson. This one, guys, I'm taking Jillian Robertson, and I think she's going to do it by decision. A lot of people are taking a submission prop, and I don't blame them. But the one thing I see from Amanda Lemos, I think she has good grappling defense enough to not get submitted. Mackenzie Dern couldn't submit her. Personally, I thought Mackenzie Dern won that fight against Amanda Lemos. And Mackenzie Dern was able to take down Lemos. But Jillian Robinson is a better wrestler than Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern's better at jiu-jitsu once the fight gets to the floor, but Robinson is a better wrestler than Mackenzie. And if Mackenzie's able to take down Lemos, I see Jillian Robinson be able to get to that double leg and take her down as well. But I just think Lemos' grappling defense is going to be good enough to stop Robinson from submitting her. I think she goes all 3 rounds and probably wins this fight just on the scorecards in a dominant wrestling matchup. But give me Jillian Robinson for this one, and like I said, probably by decision. Next fight, guys, in this catchweight division, King Green taking on Lance Gibson Jr. This is Bobby Green, if you guys do not know. I'm taking Bobby Green, guys. I think he gets this fight done by knockout. I think this is a tailor-made matchup for Bobby Green. Just fighting a new guy in Lance Gibson making his UFC debut. That's very young. But the one thing I've seen from Lance Gibson, he doesn't have the best chin. He's probably going to try to take this fight to the floor, but if he doesn't, he actually tries to stand there with Bobby Green, which I've seen interviews I believe he's going to end up doing. I think Bobby Green puts him away. This guy, Lance Gibson, got cracked by a jab in a couple fights ago and got hurt and wobbled, and I think he got knocked out as well after that. Bobby Green's going to have a lot of hard jabs thrown at him. Bobby Green's going to throw some straight punches, and I believe Bobby Green eventually connects on his chin and puts him away. So give me the UFC veteran to show this young buck something. I think Bobby Green knocks him out. So give me King Green for the knockout. All right, guys, next way, another heavyweight fight. Kennedy Njoku taking on Marcus Buchecha. This one, guys, I told myself I wasn't going to take Buchecha again after the Budai fight. But, guys, I'm doing it again. I have to give you guys who I believe wins this fight. I think Buchecha takes down Njoku and ends up submitting him. Njoku has some decent striking, and he's very tall. But the one thing I do believe Buchecha is going to do, I think Buchecha is going to get to that double leg, take him down. And once he's on the ground, I think Buchecha finally finds that submission. Buchecha is very good at jiu-jitsu. Buchecha got Budai down in that 3rd round and then started doing work, but he just got to it too late. But the one thing I know about Budai is Budai has better takedown defense and is a bigger guy than Njoku. I think Buchecha is eventually going to get to that double leg, take him down, probably end up getting a rear naked choke. So for this one, give me this heavyweight division. Give me the slight underdog. I'm taking Marcus Buchecha. All right, guys, next fight in the featherweight division, it's going to be Mel Quezal-Cosca taking on Morgan Charrier. This one, guys, I'm taking a slight underdog as well in this one. I'm taking Morgan Charrier. I just believe he has a way better skills to win this fight. I personally think skill-wise he's better than Costa, but the one thing Charrier does not do, he doesn't have the output, and he loses these fights himself. But this is the fight. I believe he's going to have to put it on Charrier. I believe he's going to have to put it on Costa. Costa's going to try to get this fight to the floor most likely, but the one thing Charrier has good takedown defense. I believe he stops those takedowns, and this turns into a striking battle. I think Charrier is live for the knockout. Personally, Personally, I think he wins a decision victory, probably going to be a close back and forth fight. But Charrier is live for the knockout. I can see him knocking out Costa. But either way, I'm taking Morgan Charrier. I think he's going to show a little bit more output in this fight, win this fight on the scorecards. That's my official prediction. So give me Morgan Charrier, and I think he does it by decision. But the knockout is on the board. All right, guys, next fight in the middleweight division is Cesar Almeida taking on Cesario Oleksiejczuk. This is going to be the Oleksiejczuk brother that just is making his UFC debut after the Contender Series fight where he would look dominant against Theo Hag. This one, guys, I am taking Cesario Oleksiejczuk. He is the better brother out of him and Michal Oleksiejczuk. He is better than his brother. He's more of an all-around grappling skills than just striking. He has good grappling as well, and that's the one thing I do believe he's going to be able to do against Cesar Almeida. Cesar Almeida's been taken down by every single opponent he's ever fought. Robert Kopylov took him down 4 times, and I do believe Cesario Oleksiejczuk is going to have a good game plan fighting with the fighting nerds. They always have good game plans and have their fighters ready. I think Cesario's, honestly, he can strike with Cesar Almeida, because Cesar Almeida is a good kickboxer, but he's getting older at this point. Cesaro can strike with him. Cesaro can land a strike on his chin and probably put him away on the feet, but I just think the easy game plan for him is to get this fight to the floor, use his grappling, and either win this fight by a sub or a ground and pound. Personally, I do believe it's going to be a ground and pound, but I'm taking Cesario Oleksiejczuk to win his UFC debut, take Cesar Almeida down to the floor, end up dominating him on the floor. So Cesario Oleksiejczuk is the pick for this fight. All right, guys, now for the co-main event in the featherweight division, Giga Chikadze taking on Kevin Vallejos. This one, guys, I'm taking the young stud. I'm taking Kevin Vallejos. I think he takes down Giga, and he dominates him with the grappling. I think he's going to come out here and probably win decision victories. I think Giga has good grappling defense from the bottom, enough to stop the ground and pound or even the submission. But I just think Kevin Vallejos is stronger, he's younger, he's faster, and I believe he's the better overall fighter. Giga's on his way out. Giga has not been looking the same the last 2 fights, and I think this fight is tailor-made for Vallejos to end up coming in here and getting an easy victory, moving into that top 15 of the division. So for this one, give me Kevin Vallejos. I think he does it by a dominant decision. All right, guys, now for the main event, the last fight of the year, and the last fight that's going to be on ESPN Plus before we go to Paramount for the new year in 6 weeks. It's going to be in the flyweight division. Brandon Royval taking on Manel Kape. This one, guys, I'm taking Manel Kape, and I think he honestly dominates Brandon Royval. I think if it comes down to the striking, I think Manel Kape's going to put it on Royval. The knockout's going to be on the board, but I personally think Royval has a chin and not enough not to get knocked out. But Royval's going to be takedown or bust, and one thing about Manel Kape, he has really good takedown defense, and he has good movement. I think he's going to be able to stop those takedowns and end up putting it on Royval with the striking. So for the main event, give me Manel Kape. I think the knockout is on the board, but I'm taking him by decision. I think he wins this fight by decision. I'm very high on Manel Kape, and I do believe he might even end up pushing his way to getting a title fight if he gets a dominant victory. So give me Manel Kape for the final fight of 2025 and ESPN Plus. And all right, guys, that is it for today's video. Like I said in the beginning, click that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the page. Let's cash out for this event, last event for the year. And guys, we won't be back here doing a UFC breakdown for 6 weeks, but don't worry, we're going to be breaking down some Octagon, some KSW, other events that's going to be going on. We will stay tuned and bring in you some MMA breakdowns. So if you guys like more MMA breakdown besides UFC and just like betting on some fights, subscribe and do not miss out. Turn those notifications on so you guys don't know when I post. And guys, it's been a great run all year. We had a great year. One of the best predictors on YouTube, top 5 predictor on YouTube, according to the UFC prediction tracker that covers over 170 predictors. We've been killing it all year. So let's do it again next year, guys. I'll see you guys in 6 weeks for more UFC breakdowns. Let's cash out for this last event. And until then, guys, let's stay winning.